Yes, come, let we build a nation together. I want to welcome you to the Dynamic Hour. Again, we have the unique opportunity. We have life. So it's very unique. It's special. We have a unique opportunity once again to talk using radio and social media to connect. I want to encourage those on Facebook and YouTube to please share the live. Sharing is caring. I want to start off this moment by saying to you, I will advance legal action against Jenny Simon. She is a podcaster and she thinks she can say anything about anybody without facts and get away with it. I am a different person. I am not a politician. I am not running for anything. So I have no fear. I will take legal action against Jenny Simon. She is a podcaster. She has a program on YouTube. And based on what I heard and from so many other people, I was able to listen in, and I contacted my attorney, my lawyer, on the matter. And sometime during the week coming up, right, either the early or the latter part of this week, she will receive a pre-action letter from my attorney. So that will happen in short order. So she can expect that. And I will sue her for a hefty sum. I will sue her for a hefty sum. All right? So that's the first thing I want to announce here. I indicated to you that I'm dragging Prince James before the court, the High Court now. We're advancing that matter to the court. And now Jenny Simon, she will get her pre-action letter soon. All right? Very, very soon, sometime next week or so, she will get her pre-action letter. Right, so that out of the way, let's get into some more substance. So I want to start off by sharing with you some positive stuff. I want to say to you already, the NNP start condemning, criticizing, attacking the pilot public transport system. It's a pilot project, right? Public bus system, starting with the students and so on. That has started and they launched it officially.
The Grenada Transport Commission collaborates with the National Bus Association to establish ease in travel between the hours of 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the St. George's Bus Terminal. For years, Grenadians from various travel routes have been clamoring for more buses or a system that allows structure in terms of scheduling to ensure public transportation is available at late hours. The project will be piloted on the western side of the island. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell said once the pilot is a success, it will be implemented on the eastern side of the island.
A large number of our citizens, particularly on the western side of the island, simply do not get a bus to take them home from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 p.m. What the Transport Commission has done is to work with the busmen to ensure that at 6, 7, and 8 p.m. There is available at least one bus that would leave to Guave, Victoria, and Sotez every day of the week. And the aim here is to ensure that persons at least have a guarantee that there is a bus to take them. We believe that's the start of this. We hope there's some, I have a little bias to the East Coast as well. There is some significant challenges on the East Coast as well, where people are gathering in large numbers and don't have buses as well. And so we believe once this is successful, and once we have cooperation and we don't have pirate operators trying to raid the persons who are available, that we can replicate this on the East Coast as well. So this is designed to address the immediate needs of citizens who have challenges to getting home in the afternoon. I hope it can be stable, predictable. We can have the discipline to make sure that we can maintain it and we can grow from there as part of the regular scheduling of buses so that the public can have access to it.
Government, he said, is committed to ensure the development of the transportation sector to serve the needs of the general public.
Our roads simply cannot accommodate a large number of private vehicles. They are not wide enough, they are not flat enough, and the aggregates associated with building and maintaining roads, most of which, except perhaps the stone, is imported. And it's expensive. And so we have to ensure that we have a public transportation system that discourages young people in particular from simply buying a vehicle because they can't get a bus on a Saturday, on a Sunday to Lime, or on a public holiday. Or senior citizens are stuck at home because they can't get a public transportation in their golden age to go to Grandlands Beach, or to go to Mount St. Catherine, or to go to Granitang, or to go to Bathway to relax because the routes are simply not served. Or someone who could happily get a shopping bag has to pay a taxi because they have 2 shopping bags from the Carriacou to get to Old Fort because there's no public transportation available. Or that the hotels have to spend a lot of money paying private buses to take their staff, particularly our women, at home in the night after they finish the 11 p.m. shift. So we recognize, again, the bus association and the busmen who provided this service. We recognize that there are challenges for you. The government has agreed a concession package. The only disagreement was the increase in the fare, because we recognize that you've provided this service with virtually no support from the state over the last several decades, and we are committed to partnering with you, hence the...
Right, so that's for the adults, that is for the folks on the western side, right, having difficulty in getting a bus at certain hours to go home or to move to and from. So they have that in place. That's a pilot. And then we know of the one for the students. That one is very, very...
Government launches its National Spice Bus School Pilot Program as part of its transformation of the transportation sector agenda, which seeks to provide every child in Grenada with safe and reliable transportation to school. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell, during the launch of the program on Friday, said his administration will fund the pilot program for the first 6 months. The school bus pilot project will initially focus on the parishes of St. George and St. David within the hours 6 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Prime Minister Mitchell explained that access to efficient transportation means access to quality education.
The schools were selected by the Ministry of Education. The participating schools are the St. David Catholic Secondary School, the Westall Secondary School, the St. Dominic's RC School, the Crowshoe RC School, and the current government school in St. David. In St. George, it's the St. George's Anglican Junior and Senior, Anglican High School, Presentation Brothers College, St. Louis Girls RC, and the Boca Secondary School. This is the formal launch today. The program itself will commence 2 weeks after today's date. Cost and accessibility. For now, the entire cost of this pilot is being borne by the government of Grenada through the Grenada Transport Commission. So for the students who will get the opportunity to be part of this pilot, they will not be paying anything. However, when the pilot is finished and a national schools Spice Bus program is run out, we will have to pay. Because transportation, as you appreciate, simply is not free, and it's actually quite expensive. But because this is a pilot, and because we want to learn the lessons and iron out the kinks, the government is funding the initial pilot. So we will obviously engage in a cost-sharing mechanism after we've completed the pilot, and we are quite certain as to the cost implications of a national rollout.
He commended the bus owners and drivers for collaborating with government and the Transport Commission. Your efforts, he said, are recognized.
The early adult childhood educator pointed out the importance of punctuality and regularity to ensure that access to education actually means access to punctual and regular education. And when our kids get left on the wayside, they're also at greater danger and at greater risk from a safety perspective. But I will also say this because I think it's important. The busmen have subsidized the cost of taking our school children to school for the last several decades. And I think they deserve a round of applause for doing so. Because we asked them to carry a child, it's the same cost of carrying a child as an adult. And we've asked them to subsidize that cost, and they've done so. And I've said to them, and they have made requests as part of the challenges they face to say it should be one price. And I've said to them, politically, it's not something we can swallow, but we have to find ways to work with the bus association to make sure that our children can still get to school and they can also be able to cover the expenses and be in a position to pay their bills when the week or the month comes. And that's why it was important for us to have this pilot with the bus men and not seek to compete with them. We are not seeking to compete with them. We are seeking to work with them to ensure that we can address the challenges that they themselves recognize exist in the transport sector. So they have been fundamental to this process, and it has been collaborative. We may not have always agreed, but the discussions have always taken place in a respectful, cordial, and I would say importantly, in a much more trusting manner.
Education Minister Senator the Honorable David Andrew is confident that the project will address the many challenges faced by students daily. The most important aspect of the project, he said, is its ability to increase access.
And it's my hope that it finds a resting place and a place of growth across our society to deal with a real challenge. This government is committed to increasing and improving the access of our students to education. Now, we've done so in several ways before. From removing fees at the primary level, to increasing or removing the tuition for NULO and for TAMCC students. All of these things help to increase access. And now we recognize that this initiative, this pilot, this program is another step in ensuring that access to education is not compromised and is not challenged. And so I want to echo special commendations to Honourable Prime Minister for his visionary leadership, to his staff, his ministry, and all the collaborating partners for working together to see us come to this point where we can launch this school Spice Bus pilot. We are committed as a government and as a ministry to finding forward-thinking, innovative and transformative solutions.
Chair of the Commission, Francis Paul, explained the safety of the program for parents and students.
We decided And again, the Prime Minister, it's part of the transformation agenda. We decided that, look, we have to launch this school bus pilot project. We have to ensure that all students in Grenada have safe, affordable, and reliable transportation to access schools. Now, when I say safe, right, I want parents to feel assured that your children are safe. And that is why the CEO pointed out that this is innovative, it's all technical, it's AI driven. So there are apps. You have the Parent Guardian app, and that ensures that you can track your child in real time. So you know where they are on morning, where they are on afternoon, where the bus is at. So you can feel safe and secured that my child is taking the school bus. In real time, I can view the behavior of my child, of the driver. And this is important because you have to feel that if you're entrusting your child to a transportation system, that it is safe. You also have the administrator app. And it allows now the schools to monitor again in real time so you can schedule in case there are emergencies. So you are fully aware from the school now what is happening. You can see when the bus is coming, when the bus is leaving, if there are delays. You can optimize, routes. You also have the bus operator app, right? And again, this is important. This is important now for the operator in terms of scheduling, timing, delays.
The AI-generated apps allow for effective monitoring of the process.
There is a module now which ensures that the GTC can monitor in real time everything that is happening and can collect data, and that data that would allow us now to smooth out any kinks in the system, because it's what you call a trial run, right? That's what a pilot project is. It is a trial run, and it will allow you to see any deficiencies you have in the system and to smooth out those deficiencies. So that's what all those apps allow us. This system is safe, it is reliable, so you can entrust your children to this school bus pilot project.
Yes. So it's a pilot, as Mr. Francis explained there. So they are rolling it out in St. George and St. David. And our beloved Prime Minister lists the schools that are a part of it. So we have two initiatives being rolled out by our government, by the Transport Board, by the Ministry of Public Works and Transport. One for the adults on the western side at, I think he mentioned, is it 5, 6, or 6, 7, and 8 o'clock? There is difficulties for buses on the western side. So they would organize that. And then for the students, because they're trying to put in place a bus system for the students, for all the schools eventually. So you as a parent can monitor when they leave in school, when they arrive in, when they leave in home, when they arrive at school. They have cameras on the buses. They have a card. So the students will have a card. They swipe, they get on, they swipe and get out. So in other words, it's well organized, but it is a pilot project. The NNP already start criticizing and condemning this particular project. They already start attacking the project. There is no initiative that this government starts and the NNP will be in high commendation for it, applauding it, talking about the goodness of it. They already start attacking this particular initiative. And it says something about an opposition that is so irresponsible. They're pundits, goons, zygotes, and sycophants I'm talking about. They are already attacking this initiative. They attack the free hot meal program, where 13,000 students are receiving a hot meal every day, free. Government paying for it, taxpayers' money paying for it. They attack that. They attack the free tuition program for students of TAMCC and NULO. They attack that. They're not pleased with the fact that the government is paying $810 tuition for the students so that they can access higher education. They can go to college and get a degree. They attack that. They attack the pension for public officers. Remember, they attacked that, right? The doc salaries that were given back to the teachers and public officers, they attacked that. Yeah, they attack this new pension plan for contract workers. They attack that. They attack the regularization of public officers. They attack the bi-monthly salary payments of public officers. Everything, every initiative that the government rolls out, the NNP is quick to condemn it, to go against it, to have bad things to say about it. And it's sickening because we have reasonable thinking people in the country who are observing all of these things. And they're concerned how you could have an opposition party with their surrogates, goons, zygotes, and sycophants out there attacking good things that the government is rolling out. Everything they're attacking. Come on. And mind you, they would condemn, they would attack, but they do not have a solution for anything. I could see you attacking something and you have a better solution or a better idea or something better to replace it. Every single thing they attack, they build back better houses. Remember, they attacked that too, you know. Yeah. Every single thing that the government rolls out, they're attacking it. But I hope people are noticing all of these things. This is a very good initiative. If the students can reach home before the workers come from work and going to get a bus on the terminus, that's a good thing. So you have less crowds, less problems, and making sure that the kids or the students reach home safely. So we have to start going up. In other words, going against the negativity of the NNP. And we have to call them out. We have to let the public know that all of these good things, they attack the CBI program where revenues are coming to build roads, to fix schools, to fix medical stations, to pay public officers to get things when they attack that and all. They attack the cash payout for farmers after Hurricane Beryl. They attack everything, the CES program, where up to $30,000 was given to small and medium-sized businesses to keep them going. They attack that. Every single thing they attack. The trip that our government made to China to celebrate 20 years of relationship, they attacked them. And Tutu's $40 million in grant came from China for Grenada. Easy, like they're just attacking everything and anything. It speaks a lot about the state of the NNP. It is really, really dangerous when you have a bunch of people who cannot see anything good in anything in this place. Only this morning, me and my friend was talking, and we were saying that you cannot find a contractor, meaning somebody to build something for you. They're already working and occupied. You cannot find a carpenter, a mason, a plumber, an electrician, somebody doing the tile and the interior design and so on. You just can't find even laborers. You can't find them. They are working. They are at work because the government is creating the enabling environment for people to take risk, for people to build and expand and do things. So jobs are being created. People are getting work. So again, they want to come back and rescue Grenada, as they say, but they cannot even rescue the NNP with all the infighting and all the confusion that's taking place there. And then every single thing they condemn, every single thing they criticize, but they have no solution whatsoever. But folks, we have to remain positive. The Spice Bus Initiative is a very good one. I want to commend the National Bus Association. I want to commend our beloved Prime Minister, because you see, he has the vision. What we need is visionaries in government, and that is what we have. We are blessed to have a visionary Prime Minister, one who is thinking outside of the box, one who is innovative, one who is creative, one who has ingenuity in him, coming up with new ideas and making it work, putting it into gears, activating it. We could talk about all kinds of stuff. The hardest part is to get started, Just get it started. And we are seeing real transformation taking place before our very eyes. They already start attacking the agro-processing plant that the government rolled out to help agro-processors to better able to package and, add value to their stuff. The NNP goons and zygotes and sycophants, they already start attacking that. The breeding program with the livestock, they attack that. Nothing could work for these people. They're just full of hate, hatred, and malice. But our Prime Minister loves the Grenadians.
All right, you enjoy.
Yeah, that's the future. That's the future of our nation. Look at our Prime Minister now. Simple, ordinary. Open the door for the students. They tried out their card. They sat in the bus. All smiles. All smiles. He can relate. He can connect with the students. In other words, he's not that older than them. Right? I mean, yes, they're in the teens, but he can relate. He's using the smartphone. He's in the era of the smartphone, smart TV, the card, and he's just a simple guy. And I'm going to play it again because I think it is important to show that side. Our beloved Prime Minister is a decent person, and he loves people. He cares about people.
All right, you enjoy.
Just a breath of fresh air. It's just new. It's just unique, and everybody loving it. If you're a human being, you must love that. To see a man with the power as Prime Minister, humbling himself, pulling the door, being there with the young ones, it's just different. Just totally different from the era of Keith Mitchell and NNP. It's just a total, watch me, God send this gentleman, God send the most honorable Deacon Mitchell to save this nation, to take us out of the darkness, to open our eyes so we can see the real transformation. God sent this man. He's God sent. Grenada bless, Folks, Continuing with another piece of positive news, the Honorable Tevin Andrews, he gave an update on what's taking place in Carriacou post-burial.
Minister for Carriacou and PT Martinique Affairs and Local Government Honorable Tevin Andrews has reaffirmed the government's commitment to housing assistance and reconstruction in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. During a visit by the Government Information Service team to the Sister Isles, Minister Andrews provided an update on the ongoing relief efforts. Over 2,100 individuals have received building materials valued at approximately $30 million to aid in the rebuilding process. Additionally, Build Back Better and prefab houses are being constructed.
We have currently 35 Build Back Better homes that are under construction. We have over 27 prefab homes that was donated by a charitable organization, Hands That Serve from Trinidad and Tobago. They must be commended for their generosity towards the people of Carriacou and PT Martinique. We have 20 prefab homes that are on its way to Grenada. They should be landing here on the 3rd of February. And those homes will be placed on the Dumfries site, the new housing development site that we are developing. And we have 14 or 15 homes that were built by the Division of Social Development. And as we speak, every day, as we get more contractors, more homes are being constructed. We do expect some help from the outside, from our neighboring brothers and sisters in the Caribbean very soon that will assist us with roofing support in terms of manpower, and also other manpower that will help with the construction of more homes.
Acknowledging concerns over the pace of reconstruction, Minister Andrews assured residents that the government remains steadfast in its efforts to restore and strengthen housing infrastructure. He emphasized that while progress may seem slow, the goal is to ensure that the new homes are more resilient and better equipped to withstand future storms.
I know a lot of people are saying, well, why are we taking so long with the rebuilding process and building homes and so on? Of course, you know that we are prone to hurricanes every year. It's something that we look forward to or don't look forward to. So the future of housing in Carriacou and PT Martinique will be homes that are more resilient, climate resilient, that would be able to withstand hurricanes, etc., etc. We are taking our time, and we took so long as it relates to the design and developing of the models and so on, be it the prefabs, be it the Build Back Better, the social development homes and so on. We want to ensure that when we rebuild, that we rebuild resilient, stronger homes that would last, homes that are strong, that in the event of another hurricane, God forbid, we will be able to withstand. And we should never, ever face this level of destruction.
Minister Andrews took the opportunity to commend the Planning Authority for ensuring that homes are built with standard.
And I must commend the Planning Authority for having boots on the ground to monitor and to ensure that standards are being kept in this entire process. Because we don't just pay lip service by saying we're building back better and stronger. We also have to demonstrate it by having the key personnel side by side to ensure that the standards are being kept.
Hugh Alexander is the contractor who constructed the foundation for the prefab houses in Carriacou.
It's like the machine digging the foundations, and then we get the steel, get the beam, get the pillars and the beam ready. You understand? To make sure that it's square and everything, so that when the Trini come, and they particularly say that they wanted the beams to be over, so it's easier for them to work. So that's what we were supposed to do, and that's what we did. The thing about it, when they told us that it was going to take at least, let me say, 3-4 hours to assemble, we were thinking that was unrealistic. You understand? Because we've never seen it done. But when the first one was built, we realized that the strategy was using, and we could learn from them, because these guys, this is something that they do on a regular basis. So I feel that it was very good for both myself and my team to learn some skills, to see how it is done. We may not be able to do that fast as they would do it, but with time, maybe we could get that speed going,
Justin Benjamin, resident of Leicester, is set to receive a Build Back Better constructed home.
Everything. If you look, half of the roof, most of the building, everything went. you know. So it was having to start from scratch. I think that's one of the best projects, or the people who thought about it, because this structure is going to last a long time. I hope it will be completed shortly, because it's very inconveniencing, well, that's a small word, to be living in the under tarpaulin for all these months and looking forward to getting to something that is sound and safe and secure.
Right. Wonderful. You know, people are still hopeful. People are optimistic. And that is the spirit. All right. It's tough, but we're going to get there together. So thank you very much, the Honorable Tevin Andrews. You're doing a fantastic job in Carriacou. All right. So it's just positive news upon positive news. Things are happening for people. But the NNP, they're negative. In fact, right now you have the same Jenny Simon saying all kinds of stuff about Kijana Orlando Romaine, right? And, you know, she believes that what she's saying is factual. That is what she believes. But when you really check the facts, you realize that this woman doesn't know what she's saying at all. And I did announce as I begin the program today, for those who are joining me now, I will be taking legal action against Jenny Simon. Sometime next week, the latter part of next week, she should receive a pre-action letter, and I will be suing her because, you see, I'm different. I will take legal action against them. They must learn. You can't just go on your platform, say anything about people that are not factual, because I'm not a politician. I'm not nobody running for any public office or anything of that sort. I am dragging her before the court.
Speaking of which, Prime Minister, is your advisor, Orlando Romaine, is he about to close another deal on a property on Church Street, St. George, or St. George's rather, next to the Anglican Church, the Prairie House, to be exact? Is it true someone made a bid of 1.3 million and was outbidded by Orlando Romaine, whose final bid was 1.6?
Yeah, so folks, this is totally false, right? So this woman is on her program spreading all this misinformation, and there are people who are falling for it. This particular building, right? This particular building on Church Street is a building that the government of Grenada is purchasing, the government of Grenada. The Prairie building is being purchased by the government of Grenada. And the price is nowhere close to $1.6 million. That is a complete make-up number again. Making up, creating numbers and figures, right? Just like the Jones show. Remember the Jones show that she talked about, and she had to come back and say, well, she get the facts, or she learn about it after she said all the nasty things, all the false things, right? This $1.6 million that she's talking about there, that's a fallacy. It's a lie. But it's a government of Grenada that's purchasing the building. The price won't be disclosed to the public as yet, right? Because, the deal, they have to close the deal. Once the deal is closed, you would know, right? But it's less than $1 million. It is less than $1 million. And that building is to be used as a national art gallery, an exhibition space. So it's for creatives. It's for, young Grenadians with talent who have stuff to display, and they need a home for that. That is what the thing is for. And it's being purchased by the government of Grenada. The government of Grenada. It's just sad that this woman would drag a good son of the soil, an entrepreneur, a businessman, just want to give back to Grenada, serving his country, and she would just drag him down in the mud without facts. I am saying to you folks, this building is being purchased by the government of Grenada, not Orlando Romaine, the government of Grenada. And she will lick up her vomit again on this particular one. But she believes that she has a podcast and she can just go and say anything about anybody and it's all cool. And she would then add to the front, is it true? And we asking, and then she'll come back and say certain things that comes across as factual based on her statements. Come on, folks. We need to do better than this. We need to do better than this. It just can't continue to happen where you just go on a podcast and say anything about anybody. But it is a particular matter that we will deal with as we move forward, because she's just allowed to just say all kind of things about people. The building is being purchased by the government of Grenada, you know. The government, and it's under $1 million as a national art gallery. You know, it's amazing for young people. You know, this building is being purchased for young people to display their art and display their stuff and exhibit their stuff. But this woman is just bumping her gum, saying all kind of nasty things about people. And she believes that it's okay. She believes that. It's sad. I don't know what she has with Orlando Romaine. I don't know. But she's obsessed. She's obsessed with this guy. You know, folks, we have to really look at this thing and call this woman out. For me, I am dragging her before the court. That's Kim Jones. All right? She made certain statements about me, called my name on her last podcast, on her program. I was able to record it. I was able to store it, just as I did with Prince James, because, you know, people called me and say, hey, Kim, look at what this woman is saying about you. And I decided I will take legal action against her. I don't care what people say. I am not a politician. I'm not running for any office. If you go on your program, on your podcast, and you say things about me that are not factual, that are slanderous, you're trying to defame my good name and character, I will drag you before the court. Before the court. That's me. I have already spoken to my attorney, and action will be taken. Right? And I don't have to repeat what she said on her program about me. I don't have to do that. But I documented it, and I'm advancing litigation against her. All right? And I'm quite aware that there are other people who are motivated to go into that particular direction with litigation against her. All right? But I'm different. Kim Jones is a different Google tree. Once you're back up on that tree, you know you're going to get yourself tied up. All right? And even if I have to save every cent I have just to take legal action against her, I will do it. All right? I will do so. That's Kim Jones. So that's two. One, we're advancing, that's Prince James. I'm advancing that particular matter in the High Court. And two, Jenny Simon now, by next week, she should receive a pre-action letter demanding certain things from her. Failure to do so, then I will drag her before the court. That's what it is. All right? Nice. I'm different. I'm not some of the other people. They talk. Not me. I am different. All right? So, just saying. So, folks, you see, yes, you can have a podcast. Yes, you can have a camera rolling in front of you. Yes, you can have a mic. But You have to be responsible. It comes with a high level of responsibility, right? It comes with a high level of responsibility. It's simple as that. I would not come here and say things that are inaccurate or false about people. I don't do that. No. So not because somebody tell you something, somebody hints you something, you could just go on your program and say whatever you want about people, defaming Kim Jones, slandering Kim. You joking. You joking. So again, just letting my viewers and listeners know, I am taking legal action against Jenny Simon. And once the pre-action letter is done and she gets that, I will publish as usual, letting you know what is contained therein, because somebody has to put a stop to this. And I will be the one to start the process. All right? So just letting you know that. It's very important to let you know what your humble servant intends to do. Because this program is a people-centered program with a difference. All right? Nice. So I want to say to you also, our beloved Prime Minister has a guest of honor for our 51st Independence celebration. And you know, the 7th is 5 days away. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We will be celebrating 51 years as an independent nation. And I expect you to mobilize and organize and be at the stadium, Kirani James Athletics Stadium. I expect you to be there. Great things are in store. Some serious surprises. I know of a drone show again, right? A drone show again. The richest man in Africa, he will be the guest of honor, and that causing the NNP and them to be very uncomfortable. All right? Very uncomfortable. Because you have the richest man in Africa with billions and billions of dollars coming to Grenada to celebrate with us. And he's not just coming empty. Huh? You want to hear? He's not just coming empty, no. In fact, on the 6th, our beloved Prime Minister, he will be having the inaugural fireside chat, because he's starting this chat with leaders around the world and influencers and people who can shape things. All right, and I love that. I believe that our Prime Minister is a great orator, a great communicator. In fact, I call him the great communicator. He is eloquent, knowledgeable. He has that gift of speech, fluency, accuracy, decent, and he's forward thinking. So he will be having that inaugural sit down, fireside chat with I think his name is Aliko Dangati. Aliko Dangati. I think that is his correct name, right? One of Africa's richest son of the soil. All right. Nice. So I received an invitation to that event, that inaugural event on Thursday. All right, on Thursday at the Radisson Grenada Crown Ballroom. All right, it starts at 11 a.m. That's Thursday the 6th of February. You're cordially invited to the inaugural fireside chat featuring Prime Minister, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, in conversation with Nigerian businessman magnate Mr. Aliko Dangati. Right. Aliko Dangati. Right? Nice. So that event there, very, very important event indeed, from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. All right. So I will be there in that event, and quite a number of other people, business people, and so on, will be at that event. And I think there's another big event with the same uh, Dangati, the gentleman, right? So quite a bit will be happening around that period of time. But this is big. This is huge for Grenada. Huge for Grenada. Having one of the richest men in the world coming to Grenada as a guest of honor of the most honorable Deacon Mitchell. All right, this is big. This is huge. This is huge, and it speaks volumes. It says a lot. People want to be around our beloved Prime Minister. They want to invest in Grenada. They want to, do things that are transformative in this place. They want to align themselves, associate themselves with our beloved Prime Minister. And that is good. We have never had it so in the past. This is wonderful. I am filled with joy. I feel good. Right? So just letting you know that we are blessed to have the most honorable Deacon Mitchell as our Prime Minister. And he's doing wonders for us. We thank God for him. We appreciate him. We appreciate you, sir. Keep doing what you're doing. And you're unbothered. You're not even worried about anything. You're just doing stuff to better the lives of our people, the living standards of our people. So, folks, I want to wish you all the best on this Sunday. I have to announce a number of things from tomorrow. I know Pamela Adolphus, I know you're looking forward for me to promote your event. And there are quite a number of other events I have to promote for a number of groups. So from tomorrow, I will do